Hello, Angel 13. You had 8 interesting questions. I thought I'd give them a shot. Your first question is: show 3 books that tell us something about me. Well, the first is The Man Who Knew Infinity, the life genius of Ramanujan. It's a story about um, this Indian math genius named Srinivasa Ramanujan. And he was quite an interesting guy because he didn't do math the conventional way. He wouldn't. I mean, he would come up with all these crazy ideas, theorems, and formulas, but he wouldn't bother proving them. And it was interesting because he had this really high success rate, like 80% or something like that. Um, and the things he would discover were just amazing, deeply complex. So people would have to go in afterwards and go prove his stuff because he was quite undisciplined in that sense. It's just amazing how somebody could work that way. It's just probably the most amazing, intuitive mathematician ever. The next book is Against All Enemies by Richard Clarke. Just to give you an idea where I am politically. Clarke himself is a kind of conservative, moderate conservative, but obviously this book is aimed at the current administration, and justifiably so. Third book, The Ultimate Chess Puzzle Book by John Emms. It's just a book with a bunch of chess puzzles in it, and I've gone through about 300 of them. Now that's geek. Second question was, do I have any phobias? Well, I don't think anything really serious that's distinguished from anyone else. Like I'm typically afraid of public speaking and being embarrassed. But here I am on YouTube making videos, sometimes saying embarrassing things, so I both have my phobia and have it sort of manifesting itself, I guess, on a common basis these days. 3. If I could only pick one bumper sticker. I mean, it's difficult for me to reduce any kind of world philosophy or anything I want to say to people down to a single slogan or anything like that, so I don't know. I mean, I want to say something cheesy like think or something like that, which is actually IBM's corporate logo, but I'd also want to take it one step further in that knowledge and education is something that the student more has to take than have the teacher give it to them, if you understand what I'm saying. Understanding comes mostly from wanting to understand than from teachers giving you the opportunity. But the teachers can be your gatekeepers, so I haven't really formulated that into a bumper sticker like slogan, but it's sort of the way I've been thinking lately. Any embarrassing television show preferences? That one's easy. When I was a kid, my favorite television show was Dukes of Hazzard. That's right, a couple rednecks driving a car with a Confederate flag on it. It's my favorite show. I cannot explain it. Don't ask me to. Number 5. A named stuffed animal. No, I didn't have anything like that. But following How to Fold Soup's lead, as a little kid, I couldn't pronounce the name of our car properly, and I would say Bubaya. I'll let you guess as to what the actual car's name was, and my mom thought it was so funny that she decided to call it Bubaya all the time as well. 6. What's the most annoying thing asked? I'm just going to agree with Catalyst there. People asking me to fix their computer. But I mean, I have a public website, so people commonly email me asking, oh, can you do my homework? No. Anyways, so Number 7. What OSs have I used or am I using? Well, currently I'm using Windows 2003 Server, which is a little weird, but it comes free with Visual Studio.net 2003 Professional, so I just use it as my base operating system as an upgrade to, if you can believe it, Windows 98. That was funny though. I mean, you listed all these old OSs that you used all the way down to Windows 3.1, and then How to Fold Soup had to call you out and go all the way down to DOS 3. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to keep going. I definitely used DOS 2.1 and DOS 2. I never touched DOS 1. That had a very limited release. Only the initial PCs had that, and we didn't buy the PCs right from the very first run. But I mean, I've used computers prior to that, though. I mean, the PDP-11s we used to use, it had some kind of operating system. I'm not sure what it was called. It wasn't VMS, because that would be VAX, but anyways, and of course, I mean, we used to own an Atari, a Texas Instruments 994A. I played with Commodores and Apples, and of course, those mostly just had command line interfaces to their built-in basics, but oh well. So OSs. Number 8. Do you have any piercings and tattoos? Not at this time. You recommend some? To be later.